Crazy.
So
Like I said on a pod, I think she's the most popular under 30 team sport athlete we have.
Yeah.
Now that Mahomes is 30, I think anyone under 30, I think she has anyone in any sport at this point, just from a recognizability.
Just turned 23, so she is hugely popular. But again, you do want to balance it because obviously you saw what happened with Juju Watkins, getting hurt. You want to balance making sure that you're also promoting your other stuff.
Overlooking the WNBA commissioner's recent huge error. After a statement against Caitlin Clark went viral online, the backlash is already swiftly growing. Outrage makes headlines, and league leadership is under a lot of pressure. This goes beyond poor aesthetics. It's a complete PR catastrophe. Let's examine what transpired and why it is more significant than they initially thought. You can't escape this type of PR disaster with a single tweet. The commissioner of the WNBA, yes, Caitlin Clark was disrespected by the top boss. The fans have already spoken, and they're not just angry, they are furious. So it doesn't matter if it was deliberate or not.
And you've also stumbled into this phenomenon in Caitlin that's like a once a decade thing. Like the last time it really happened in sports was probably Steph Curry in 2014, right? When the Warriors thing really started taking off and you could just feel the energy shift. I remember going to a Warriors game the year before the 73 win season and just getting there early because I wanted to see media people, and people were in the arena just in case he was still going to be there for warm-ups. And I was like, this is...
People were left perplexed by the commissioner's statement during a recent media session regarding Caitlin Clark's dramatic impact on the WNBA, which included selling out venues, smashing viewership records, and becoming the league's face in real time. The commissioner minimized Clark's spectacular debut, record-breaking jersey sales, and viral presence rather than emphasizing them. Turning to sharing the focus, she stated that each player should receive equal attention and even advised against allowing the media to overhype anyone.
Sure that you're also promoting your other stars like an Asia Wilson, like a Brianna Stewart. Nafisa Collier killed it last year. I mean, she was the runner-up MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year.
I loved her. I thought she was awesome.
Yeah, and she's a great person.
She could have gotten a couple calls in the finals. I thought she could have gotten some superstar calls. I was upset about that.
She's a mom and a role model for so many. So, so I think, again, that's why this year sustain the momentum we had last year and gain even new viewers, because if you look at, we're up triple digits in every category, in every demographic, and young people, old people, young girls and boys were having watch parties and watching our games.
Really? That's the reaction when your league starts to gain popularity. Your initial reaction is to reduce the unparalleled exposure that the face of your future is providing. Fans wasted no time at all. Caitlin Clark's disrespect was trending on Reddit within hours, and both casual fans and WNBA diehards were following along. What is the league considering? Let's be totally clear about this. You want to play it modest when the WNBA finally lands a generational talent who is full venues in preseason and who is State Farm, Nike, and Gatorade vying for her attention after decades of fighting for relevance. Now is not the time to be modest. Now is the time to step up and give Caitlin Clark the celebrity treatment she deserves so she may enjoy the moment while it lasts. The commissioner's remark instead came out as petty, insecure, and out of touch. Let's not mince words. This should have been a simple moment. A player like Clark is the goal of every sports league in the world. She is gaining millions of new admirers thanks to her youthful charm, clean electric on the court, and charisma. However, the commissioners were concerned about fairness rather than highlighting her. Fans heard the statement, "We don't want Caitlin to shine too brightly." Let's face it, that is self-defeating and not leadership. The WNBA didn't create her hype. Caitlin Clark created it herself. From logo threes to no-look dimes, she's doing things that demand attention. She hasn't stolen anything from anyone. She has earned every headline, every deal, every sold-out ticket, and she didn't ask to be the center of attention. Not to mention that she is drawing more viewers than the whole WNBA playoff series. When her name was called on draft night, Indiana's ticket sales skyrocketed, and before she even played a minute, jerseys were flying off the racks. However, the commissioner decided to minimize the moment rather than accept that. That's crazy. Adam, you know who wouldn't do it? Silver Goodell, Roger Dana, White, they plead for celebrities like these, shield them, market them, and develop whole business plans around them. Caitlin Clark is an athlete of that caliber. And because they are afraid of appending the status order, the WNBA's own leadership is currently undermining her ascent. Let's discuss impact. For years, this league has been in financial limbo, with teams losing money, players flying, and commercial viewership not moving. Now, you have someone who instantly alters all of that, and you recoil. It's really annoying. It is opportunistic. And this is the more serious problem. This goes beyond Clark alone. This concerns the league's connection to its own development. Because, let's face it, sports aren't founded on equality. They're built on stars. So fans are wondering if the WNBA truly wants to thrive, or if it wants to stick to this false equality narrative that keeps everyone on the same level regardless of how much star power they bring. The WNBA just needs one person to make a difference, not 144 equally hyped players. And Caitlin Clark is that needle mover at the moment. Rather of uniting around her and using her as the catalyst to propel the league forward, they fear that she is becoming overly radiant. That's how momentum is destroyed. Fans who are finally starting to care can be alienated in this way, which is precisely why the commissioner is currently being reprimanded. A generational star is not fumbled because media balance is a concern. You let that celebrity drive and hand her the keys to the whole league. It goes much deeper than a single headline or unpleasant remark. So let's truly examine the harm here. It wasn't simply the commissioner making a mistake during a press conference, apparently unhappy with victory, uncomfortable with growth, and uncomfortable with attention. This was the WNBA's leading voice in telling the world. You are aware of how uncommon it is for a women's sports league to gain widespread recognition. Even still, Caitlin Clark is bringing a whole league into organic cultural discussions on a daily basis, and the leadership seems apprehensive about it. It's more than just tone deaf. That is self-destructive sabotage. This is the reality. More than Caitlin Clark needs the WNBA needs Caitlin Clark. For years, the league remained in neutral. Yes, they are excellent players, dedicated followers, but little growth, sparse media coverage, lack of mainstream buzz. Then Caitlin Clark enters the room, and all of a sudden, every game she plays smashes a record. Top trending clips from stadia that are sold out, increasing sales of jerseys these days. Every Indiana Fever game is a national occasion. Even though she hasn't participated in a regular season game, she's being referred to as the WNBA's Steph Curry, but that isn't hype. That's the truth. Therefore, how does the WNBA celebrate and express gratitude? You quickly alienate fans when you act defensively. This entire dispute revealed the league's worst flaw. It has no idea how to deal with celebrity. It has been hidden for so long that the league becomes bashful when the spotlight finally shines on it. No, that is unacceptable. Since the rest of the world was ecstatic and young fans were attending their first WNBA games, the commissioner was concerned about overexposure. Sales of season tickets were skyrocketing, material was flying, and most significantly, new fans were at last taking notice. You are aware of the difficulty in persuading casual sports fans to be interested in anything but the NFL or NBA. To put it plainly, Caitlin Clark succeeded, and the commissioner attempted to even things out rather than capitalize on that momentum and usher in a golden age. That's the mindset that puts this league in financial ruin. You can't afford to ignore it when you're losing $115 million annually. Instead, you should take advantage of every last bit of it. Thus, you lean in. You highlight Caitlin Clark in each advertisement. You create campaigns centered around her and provide her with the platform she has already earned. It isn't disrespectful to other players. It's honoring reality. The NBA didn't say, "Let's calm down about LeBron." They centered a decade on him. The NFL made no effort to counterbalance Mahomes' publicity. They made him the face of everything UFC by leaning in. Despite McGregor's extreme controversy, Dana White turned him into a worldwide celebrity. The reason is that stars sell. Caitlin Clark is the player, not just another player. The game changer is her, the person who puts WNBA clips on ESPN, the person who gets women's basketball covered by TMZ, the person who introduced NBA fans to the fever. The league's chief executive is currently attempting to strike a balance between that and bench players' media share. Saying that Clark needs greater attention is not insulting. It makes sense. This is where the reaction really starts to happen. Fans aren't stupid. They notice what's happening and can tell when a league is attempting to maintain equality at the expense of quality. They can also tell when leaders are afraid of success because it didn't turn out the way they had hoped. Additionally, the casual fans who Clark brought in from college basketball, the NBA, and general sports culture are already observing the opposition. It appears in the broadcasts when they ignore the delicate shade because they want to share the attention, which is absurd. Let's not act as though this is novel. That is not how a league develops. Rather, it is how it is choked. For many years, the WNBA has struggled to accept its stars.